The following program is a presentation of the Ohio School Boards Association.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the OSBA Forum. I'm Mark Bobo, and today is a special day. We're honoring a milestone, 70 years of the Ohio School Boards Association. And we're going to celebrate that at this year's Capitol Conference and Trade Show. You know, for decades, this event has brought together Ohio's public education leaders, board members, superintendents, treasurers, and educators to learn, connect, and grow. We're talking 70 years of conversations that have shaped our schools, 70 years of new ideas and friendships, and 70 years of people who care deeply about what's best for Ohio students. So this November 16th through the 18th, we'll gather again at the Greater Columbus Convention Center, not just to learn, but to reflect, to celebrate, and to look ahead at what's next for Ohio's public schools. So whether this is your first time or your 20th time, this year's conference is a chance to really take it all in, the energy, the ideas, the people, and the purpose behind it all. And to give us a full preview, I'm joined by two of OSBA's best, Ms. Kristi Robbins and Angela Penquite. They both serve as organizers and coordinators for the Capitol Conference. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you for
having us.
having
Good to be with
us.
you, Mark.
Thank you. So Kristi, I want to first talk about, Capitol Conference and all that it brings. But one of the best things I think about Capitol Conference is our learning curriculum. Let's talk a little bit about what's some of the big themes attendees can look forward to when it comes to our learning curriculum.
Sure. Thank you, Mark. Yes, we have different areas of focus as we have in the past. So things like board governance, roles and responsibilities, communications and public relations, facilities, finance, safety and wellness, of course. Student achievement is at the forefront. So these are all different learning session categories that we have that people can look forward to this November.
That's awesome. So that's a huge lineup of topics. So how many learning sessions do we have this year?
We have 131
Wow.
learning sessions. So great to be able to report that. We also have 4 spotlight sessions, so extended learning sessions, and these will focus on legislative update, school funding and finance, safety and security, and then serving the students or the needs of diverse students.
Yeah, so when you talk about our learning sessions and our spotlight sessions, you said it's an extended time. How long are those spotlight sessions?
Those sessions are 2 hours.
2 hours, all right.
Yes.
So it's plenty of time for information, also the opportunity to ask questions.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So when you think about the needs of our school board members and our superintendents and treasurers, what type of sessions are most relevant to these groups?
So when we talk about Board of Education members, of course, governance, leadership, those are areas I'd like them to focus on student achievement as it relates to governance.
Absolutely.
When we talk about superintendents, we're talking about district operations, treasurers, finance, of course, and administrators, facilities. But I will say that you can get anyone can get anything out of all of these sessions, so you don't have to follow a narrow track. And it's also very important for boards to remember that once you have 8 people registered, you are able to add additional or an unlimited number at no additional charge. So there's a lot, as we know, at the conference, and it's impossible to cover everything. So the more people that you bring with you in terms of your administrative team, then you'll be able to go back and share information with one another and cover as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm glad you shared that, because oftentimes when people think of the Ohio School Boards Association was school board members only, but no, our Capitol Conference covers a lot of information that can help superintendents, district leaders, teachers can even benefit by being part of Capitol Conference. And as you said, when you have that 8th person and above, it allows an unlimited portion of your staff to be there. So I think that's really great options for our districts. And so, we've all been working very hard around Capitol Conference, and we have some great keynote speakers that are coming this year. Tell us more about those.
We do. I'm so excited to share. The opening session on Sunday is going to feature award-winning journalist John Quiñones, who's also a charismatic host of the long-running TV show, What Would You Do?
I like that show.
And that's where real people face real moral dilemmas. And John came from humble beginnings in San Antonio, Texas. He became to becoming one of America's most inspiring storytellers. So he's going to talk about his journey. He's going to talk about the importance of public education in his lifetime and share his personal story. So we're excited about that.
Great.
Then we have the Black Caucus dinner, and that is Sunday evening. And Dr. Antoinette Miranda, who's a former distinguished professor at OSU, or The Ohio State University.
That's right.
And a former state board of education member. Our Monday luncheon speaker is Erin Gruwell, and many will be familiar with her as one who is an educator and author of the Freedom Riders book that ultimately was turned into a movie. So she will be with us for the Monday luncheon. And then finally, our closing session is none other than Laila Ali. And she is a powerhouse athlete. She is the daughter of Muhammad Ali and has become a strong personality and entrepreneur. And she also is a 4-time undefeated boxing champion. So she has inspired millions through her strength, through her confidence, through her drive. And we've asked Laila to speak about the mindset of a champion. And so the theme that I see weaving through all of these speakers really comes down to resilience on facing difficult situations and coming through on the other side positively.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to speak to each of our keynote speakers and have a conference call with them. And I think you'll agree, each of them were so down to earth and wanting to really speak to the issues that we're facing in our state. I'm asking, when you think about these keynote speakers and you talk about that resilience, just talk a little bit about how important it is for us as even board members, superintendents, all of us educational leaders to have that resilience, particularly how we're gaining that through Capitol Conference.
Well, and thinking back to my own experience on a Board of Education for 8 years, we're still facing very similar problems. Some have taken a turn, unfortunately, for a little bit more of a challenge when it comes to school funding and finance. But we need to continue to be resilient, to fight for our students, to do what we can in support of public education. And the messages that these keynotes and the other speakers will deliver will help us focus on that. Yeah.
So when we're talking about those keynote speakers, of course, you know, we have the challenges that we face in public education in Ohio. Just talk about a little bit how these sessions are going to connect to some of those challenges that we're facing.
Sure, and they were very much interested in knowing what's going on in Ohio, and so we gave them some general information, some high-level information, things like ensuring adequate funding and effective financial management, addressing persistent staffing changes, meeting growing academic and student support needs, navigating political, cultural, and ideological pressures. So all of these things are things that are happening in Ohio and across the country, and they will work to tie their message specific to Ohio in order to inspire those who are going to be attending our conference.
Yeah, I think we have a phenomenal lineup when it comes to our learning sessions, our spotlight sessions, our keynote speakers. I think the team has done a wonderful job bringing together some phenomenal information and some bringing in people that actually can speak to the issues and give us strategies in order to move forward. So Kristi, thank you for that great information. Really appreciate having you here today.
Thank you, Mark.
So we will be right back after this.
When I was a superintendent, each year our team looked forward to attending the Capitol Conference. From board members to our administrators, getting an opportunity to experience the sessions, to learn from other board members who were presenting or other district leaders brought a great opportunity for us to bring things back to our district that made a significant difference. On the car ride back to your district, you can talk about best practices and programs that help student achievement or help take care of students who are struggling, and at the same time talk about an idea that you heard that can literally save the district thousands of dollars. I'm Tom Hostler, CEO of the Ohio School Boards Association, and I am personally inviting each one of you to attend this year's Capitol Conference.
So let's continue our discussion around the 70th Capitol Conference. We're excited about it. And Angela, I want to talk to you. So Kristi told me I have all these sessions that are available. There's a lot of things going on. Act as if I'm a first-time attendee. how best should I go about planning my schedule to take advantage of all that Capital Conference has to offer?
Sure. Thanks, Mark. Before you even get there, first figure out what the needs of your district are. Look at your current opportunities and challenges so that you can prioritize your time at the conference. Once you've done that, also make sure, like Kristi said, you can bring in a unlimited number of people once you register those 8. So bring everyone you can. Bring your transportation managers, bring your curriculum directors, because everybody can benefit from these sessions. Then as a team, sit down and look at everything the conference is offering. Select the sessions you're going to and divvy them up so that rather than sit as a group in one session, spread out your people to attend more sessions and bring that information back so you can share it with the full team. Yeah. We have lots of resources available to help you do this on the conference website. Go to the resources page and you can access a planning guide, which is a listing of all the sessions taking place. There's also the conference guide is available for a digital download, and you can get a link to the conference app. Within the app, if you log in using your OSBA username and password, you can set up your personalized schedule and mark the sessions you want to attend, exhibitors you want to visit, and that way you have it all ready to go when you hit the ground at the conference.
Yeah, I remember the first time I came to the conference and I was getting used to the app, and it actually I'd selected my sessions and it notified me, hey, you're supposed to be in room B132 in the next 4 moments for your next session. So I agree with that. The app is very helpful to navigating conference. But I loved how you talked about taking the team approach in regards to looking at the district needs. And then as a team, let's divvy this out and figure out how best to get as many sessions as possible. When we're looking at our district approach to that, just tell me more about how when you're coming to conference and sometimes people do feel overwhelmed, right? How do I do that prep work? But when I actually get to Capital Conference, what would you suggest me doing as soon as I get to the Greater Columbus Convention Center?
So really to kind of familiarize yourself with the space, because like you said, there's sessions down in B. We'll be talking about Hall A. That's where the trade show is. And so to kind of look at the map, there is a map in the guide and in the app. Yeah. And even in the app, if you pick up a session, select it, look at it, and then click the location, it will show you on the map where it is. So it does give you step by step. Yeah. The other thing is if you're a newbie, if this is the first time attending the conference, we have 2 conference orientation sessions happening. One Sunday at 12:30, the other one's Monday at 8:30. Attend those sessions to get some insights. We'll have staff there talking about how to familiarize yourself with the space and with what's all going on. Yeah. So a portion of our Capital Conference, of course, is the largest educational trade show in the country. I said it because it's the truth. Tell us more about the trade show. So we have everything in that area, all those booths, have everything your district needs, from if you need an architect, if you need furnishings for the architectural building now, if you need financing, if you need curriculum, field turf, everything a district needs is there. Yeah. It is open Monday from 10 to 5, Tuesday from 9 to noon. So again, make sure you've got some time set aside to enter the trade show. Also, a key thing in the app is you can filter the exhibitors by category. So you can see who's offering what services and narrow down your selections, because there's more than 350 exhibitors in there taking up over 500 booths. It's a big show. Yeah,
so that's really helpful, because when you go into the trade show, I mean, boom. It's all there,
it's right? All right there for you to see everything.
Everything, right? And you're saying now I can filter it and actually take a plan of attack, when I get into it. And I think when I think of the trade show as well, we have so many vendors that have great information that can help our school districts. And so, as you said, bring everybody with you to be a part of that. But I would challenge, love every learning session, love our vendors in the trade show. But I think the most heartwarming part of Capital Conference is our Student Achievement Fair. Talk about the Student Achievement Fair and what people can expect when they come and be a part of that.
So it's one of everybody's favorites. Yeah. It is Monday from 10 to 2, and it is more than 60 booths of student initiatives. So this is clubs, programs, or teaching categories that are helping kids learn and engage in their classrooms every single day. And For those booths, teachers bring their kids, they've prepped them on how to talk about their programs, and they've told them, talk to people.
Yeah.
And so these kids are waiting in their booths, eager to talk to you and share these initiatives. And they're so proud. And the littlest ones are going to just step out into the aisle and grab you no matter what.
Yes, they will.
And say, please come talk to me.
You're right.
But it is worth spending an hour or two in there. You can also see digital displays of student artwork. So teachers have taken photos and are submitting those. So we'll have a couple displays of that running the entire time. And then we have 6 performing groups as well. So it is the full realm of everything kids are doing in schools. For the performing groups, there are tables back there. You can grab a lunch and sit and hear them. So just, again, take some time with the kids.
And I think, if I remember correctly, even one of our performing groups will be in the hallway of the concourse to kind of kick things off. Is that Monday morning?
Yeah, Monday at 10 a.m. We will have, so the B concourse, the B pods. So again, look at the map to figure out where the B area is, but that's where we will have the first performing group at 10 a.m. to open the doors of Student Achievement Fair.
I think it's so awesome. I mean, all of us are serving in different capacities, but we're all, the common denominator is we're here to do what's best for kids. And so when those students are present at Capitol Conference, I think it just kind of level sets everybody that this is why we do the hard work. And this is why we're trying to do what we feel is best for our kids in our community. So I love that powerful showcase of our kids. Obviously, Angela, you've given me some insights in regards to coming to Capitol Conference, how best to approach the conference. You know, you have been a part of Capitol Conference now for umpteen years. We'll just say umpteen.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
If you were, as you have seen the conference grow, develop, evolve, just what stands out to you in regards to when you see Capitol Conference overall, how that evolution of the conference, what stands out to you?
Just the fact that it continues to evolve. It has not stayed one way. So over these 70 years, which we are proud to be celebrating this year, it has evolved to meet the needs of our members. So we're offering sessions now that are different than what we would have offered even 5 years ago. And not just the sessions, but the length of time of sessions. So we have Spark sessions Monday at 11:30. These are 10-minute sessions. Come in and hear a snippet about something so that you can learn a lot in an hour and a half that those are taking place. We have exhibitors doing express talks for 30 minutes in the trade show where you can learn more about their product and service. Again, short bursts of information to balance out the 2-hour sessions we have. Whatever your need is, you can find it at the conference.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So Kristi, so the attendees are coming and we're looking forward to having them there, and we're hoping that they will receive information that will make them better leaders. What would you say is their homework? When they get back home, what's one thing you hope that they'll do to keep the learning going?
Well, I hope, Mark, that they take time to apply what they've learned, to discuss what they've learned. Oftentimes we'll go to professional development sessions or conferences, then we get back into our real world and have to immediately dive into solving issues or problems or other things that have come up. It's important to schedule time with your team and discuss what you've learned and how it can be applied to the district. Also identify, there are a lot of ideas that will save costs for your district. So program initiatives, different ways of doing things, best practices, rather than just leaving on Tuesday, go back to your district, take some time, capture those lessons learned and share those out with your colleagues.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Angela, let us in on a little secret. Give me one thing that might fly on the radar opportunity that attendees may not be aware of.
So we've been talking about all the things happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need a little bit of a break. In the trade show, we will have relaxation stations, and we will have students offering manicures and blood pressure checks, which we might all need during conference to calm down a little bit. These are free. Stop in. Again, you have time with students, but take a break.
Yeah, that's good. And those relaxation stations, you better get in line early. The people are there. And so, Kristi, how can districts use this conference to build stronger connections with their peers across Ohio?
Well, one of the hidden gems is the networking opportunities. So we do have receptions planned. We do have opportunities in between sessions for board members, superintendents, treasurers, administrators to connect with one another. And I would encourage people to move away from their district group,
Yes.
to reach out to others and to build those relationships and connections. And you'll find that to be very beneficial as you go back to your district to keep those networks up.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Angela and Kristi, thank you both for being here today. And most especially, thank you for your hard work in making Capital Conference 2025 come about. We're looking forward to a wonderful conference. I've said to people, there's some new people sitting in different seats this year, but we're still going to have a phenomenal conference. And it's been upon, a large portion has been upon the shoulders of you two. And so I really appreciate you all's hard work in making conference great this year. And so as we are celebrating 70 years of the Ohio School Boards Association, we've endeavored today just to give you a sneak peek of what to expect when you come on November 16th. But you've got to do your part. This is now the time for you to go to conference.ohioschoolboards.org. Get registered for this year's conference. There are still seats available. I promise you there's even a seat with your name on it. Be a part of Capital Conference 2025. As we've said, we've worked very hard to plan a phenomenal conference for you this year. But now you have to do your part. Get in contact with your treasurer. Make sure that you and your entire team is registered for this year's conference. Be a part of the celebration of 70 years of the Ohio School Boards Association being that leading voice for public education here in the state of Ohio. Thank you for joining us today at the OSBA Forum. I'm your host, Mark Bobo, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, November 16th at the Greater Columbus Convention Center for the 70th anniversary of the Ohio School Boards Association, celebrated at Capital Conference 2025. Take good care.